JYJ, former Dongbang Shinki. This lawsuit is one of the most famous cases in the K-pop industry involving idols versus SM Entertainment. It's also one of the longest legal battles ever, lasting 40 months. In 2009, Dongbang Shinki was on top of the world. Their fourth album, Miratic, was the best-selling album of 2008 in South Korea, selling over 500,000 copies. The title track, Miratic, swept awards and brought them international fame, gaining them a global fan base. With 800,000 fans in their Korean fan club, the most of any K-pop group at that time, and 200,000 fans in their Japanese fan club, Dongbang Shinki were the biggest K-pop stars. They were among the first K-pop groups to become popular during the hallyu wave in the early 2000s. They were also the first Korean artists invited to perform at Japan's famous New Year's Eve music program, Kohaku Utagassen. Nowadays, it might not seem impressive since K-pop idols easily sell out Japan Dome tours, but breaking into the Japanese market was tough back then. No matter how famous they were in Korea, when they went to Japan, they often had to start from the beginning, sometimes performing on small stages in malls in front of 200, 300 people. BoA was the pioneer who opened doors to the Japanese market, and Dongbang Shinki widened that opening even more. However, in July 2009, everything changed. At the height of their popularity, 3 members of the group, Hiro Jae-jung, Miki Yuchin, and Xia Junsu, who later formed JYJ, shocked fans by suing their agency, SM Entertainment. This lawsuit shocked the nation. Before JYJ took legal action, it was almost unthinkable for artists to stand up against their own agency. The lawsuit sparked a widespread discussion about artists' rights and treatment. Fans strongly supported the members but also worried about their well-being. JYJ argued that their exclusive 13-year contracts with SM Entertainment were unfair and overly restrictive. These contracts severely limited their activities and earnings. They also claimed that the company scheduled events without their consent. Their main goal was to end their contracts with SM and establish a fairer system for sharing profits. The legal battle concluded in 2012 with a settlement. JYJ's contracts were canceled, and SM Entertainment agreed to stop interfering in their activities. Despite the lawsuit's resolution, JYJ's once high popularity declined sharply. They faced challenges, including an industry-wide blacklist. There were suspicions, whether intentional or not, about SM Entertainment's influential role in this. According to a report on EBS News, many TV stations and music shows hesitated to feature JYJ, possibly due to fears of damaging their relationship with SM. Even after the lawsuit ended, these companies continued to avoid collaborating with JYJ. It took Junsu 6 years to return to performing on a TV music show as a singer. He shared this journey during his appearances on Big Bang Daesung's YouTube show. Initially, when he received the offer, he couldn't believe it and felt anxious. When I did interviews, they never aired on TV. I got edited out. Singing on stage was even more restricted. There were even shootings that didn't get aired. I thought about giving up, he revealed. During his heartfelt performance on EBS Space, Junsu expressed gratitude to his dedicated fans for their unwavering support during difficult times, shedding tears during his encore. It took them 15 years before they could appear again on national TV broadcasting. In February 2024, Jae-jung appeared as a guest on KBS 2's reality show Funsterant. And in April, Junsu was a guest on KBS 2 TV's The Return of Superman. In 2015, the JYJ law was passed, which banned the blacklisting of celebrities in the entertainment industry. This law prohibits broadcasting companies and agencies from hindering artists' activities due to personal disputes or legal issues. Thanks to JYJ, this law has helped improve the working conditions for idols and highlighted their rights as artists. Moreover, all current working idols perhaps owe a debt of gratitude to JYJ. Following their case, it's been reported that agencies in Korea have not only reduced the contract period for new talents to 7 years, in contrast to the 13 years that bound Dongbang Shinki members, but also reviewed and in some cases, removed contractual policies that were seen as unfair. This case is a significant example of how large entertainment companies cannot abuse their power when signing artists. Honggung, former Super Junior. Just 5 months after JYJ filed their lawsuit, another significant legal case unfolded. In December 2009, Honggung, a Chinese member of Super Junior, also sued SM Entertainment. This marked the first time a non-Korean member took legal action in K-pop history. Honggung argued that certain clauses in his contract were unfair, severe, and violated his rights. He disclosed that SM Entertainment had not allowed him a single day off for over 2 years, resulting in health issues such as gastritis, kidney disease, lumbar disc herniation, and a noticeable decline in physical strength. Despite making multiple requests to the company for permission to return to China temporarily, all were consistently denied. His legal team emphasized, apart from initial group promotions in 2006, he was required to remain in Korea. Despite numerous appeals through the group's manager, Hangung's requests for leave to return to China for rest were repeatedly turned down by SM Entertainment. Another point of contention was his contract, which clearly favored SM Entertainment. His contract bound him to the company for 13 years from the release of the boy group's first album in 2005, meaning it would end in December 2018, when Hangung would be 35 years old. Additionally, if he needed to limit his activities due to health or studies, the contract could be extended accordingly, potentially lasting even longer than 13 years on paper. This situation seriously violated his civil rights. If Hangung wanted to switch to another company and continue his career, he would have to pay SM Entertainment 3 times the amount they had invested in him, plus twice the earnings they anticipated losing for the remaining contract period. Furthermore, he had no right to request revisions to his contract. In December 2010, the court ruled in favor of Hangung. In response, SM Entertainment announced their plan to appeal the court's decision. By 2011, Hangung and SM Entertainment reached a mutual agreement to settle their legal dispute. Hangung then left Super Junior and returned to China, where he joined Yuehua Entertainment. He went on to become one of the biggest stars in China. Despite all that happened, he still maintains a good relationship with his former Super Junior members. Recently, he was seen at Ryewook's wedding along with other former Super Junior members, showing fans the big OT15 reunion. Kris, Luhan, and Tao, former EXO. In 2014 and 2015, former Chinese members of EXO, Kris, Luhan, and Tao, took legal action against SM Entertainment. Kris initiated the first lawsuit in 2014 to end his contract with SM. Luhan also filed a lawsuit the same year. Then in 2015, Tao followed suit and filed a lawsuit to terminate his contract with SM Entertainment. They raised concerns about unfair contract terms, unequal profit sharing, discrimination, health issues, and limited career opportunities. After filing their lawsuits in Seoul court, Kris returned to China and started his own entertainment career. He acted in Chinese movies and modeled for magazines. Luhan and Tao did the same in October 2014 and August 2015, respectively. SM Entertainment pledged to aggressively pursue justice and launched 14 lawsuits against Chinese companies that managed Kris, Luhan, and Tao's activities post-EXO. These cases were officially handled by Chinese courts. SM Entertainment stated, "Kris, Luhan, and Tao remain artists of our agency until a legal verdict is reached. All their entertainment activities prior to the verdict are illegal." In 2016, Kris and Luhan are forced to settle their lawsuits with SM Entertainment. Despite leaving EXO, they were still bound by contracts with SM Entertainment until 2022. Meanwhile, Tao continued his legal battle, arguing SM Entertainment's contract was unfair due to its duration, discrimination, and financial terms. However, on January 5, 2016, SM Entertainment won a lawsuit against Tao because he had received money from the company as an advance payment but didn't repay it within the agreed time. Tao and SM Entertainment continued their legal battles in both Korea and China. In 2016, Tao won a case in China. However, he lost a case in Seoul in 2017 regarding the cancellation of his contract. Tao argued that the 10-year contract had unfair terms. He claimed that its long duration restricted his freedom to choose his job and engage in other work. The court disagreed, stating that the contract's duration wasn't long enough to violate Tao's basic rights. It ruled that SM Entertainment had offered the contract according to legal standards. SM also defended itself, asserting that the contract was legally sound. In 2018, Tao won another case in a Chinese court. Like Kris and Luhan, Tao remained under SM Entertainment's contract until 2022, even though he was no longer an EXO member. He returned to China and launched his own company, Z-Tao Studio. These legal disputes restricted the 3 former members from freely pursuing careers in Korea and Japan. No Min-woo. Actor and former Trax member No Min-woo said he was once a victim of a slave contract under SM Entertainment and subsequent blacklisting from promotions after leaving the agency. No Min-woo joined SM Entertainment in 2000 and debuted with Trax in 2004. By 2009, he ended his contract with SM and moved to Core Contents Media. Fast forward to November 2015, No Min-woo filed a lawsuit against SM for making him sign an unlawful 17-year contract. He also claimed that the company had tried to sabotage his career after he left Trax and demanded 100 million won, or about $76,200 US, in damages. He stated, "After I left Trax, SM Entertainment didn't do any management at all. Not only did they not offer me any opportunities to do music or act, they pressured producing directors and production company executives and interfered in my entertainment activities." During the trial, No Min-woo claimed, "According to SM's demands, I agreed to extend my exclusive contract, and the total period of the contract comes to about 17 years. After signing an unfair contract in which copyright for any original compositions or musical productions were SM's for 10 years, I did not receive anything in return. As a result, the exclusive contract should be invalid, as it goes against social order." However, in July 2016, the court ruled that there wasn't enough evidence to declare No Min-woo's contract with SM invalid. The court also found insufficient proof that SM mismanaged his career or interfered with his work. He appealed the decision but lost again in 2018. The court sided with SM Entertainment in both trials, citing insufficient evidence to support No Min-woo's allegations. EXO-CBX. In 2022, EXO-CBX members Baekhyun, Xiumin, and Chen filed to terminate their contracts with SM Entertainment. They claimed the contracts were unfair, describing them as slave contracts that could last up to 17 years. They also criticized SM Entertainment for lack of transparency in financial reports. Some people immediately linked this case to their big senior who have gone through the same route, JYJ. SM Entertainment denied these allegations, stating they treated the members fairly and had clear payment procedures. They rejected the accusations of slave contracts and pointed out that EXO-CBX had willingly renewed their contracts. Despite the very public back and forth within days, things suddenly died down. On June 9th, SM Entertainment and EXO-CBX released a joint statement saying they reached an agreement. They agreed to keep working together under SM Entertainment with some revisions to their contracts. A couple months later, in January 2024, Baekhyun, Xiumin, and Chen officially announced they would start their solo careers at INB 100, an independent label Baekhyun founded in July 2023. They clarified that they would still participate in EXO group activities managed by SM Entertainment. Baekhyun, Xiumin, and Chen's solo activities will be carried out under the agreement with SM Entertainment, stated INB 100 in a press release. However, tensions resurfaced on June 10, 2024. When EXO-CBX's agency declared a renewed conflict with SM Entertainment. They accused SM of breaching the previous agreement regarding their exclusive contracts. Under the terms, EXO-CBX was obligated to pay SM a 10% royalty from their solo activities, but they alleged SM had unfairly demanded more without honoring their commitment to a 5.5% commission rate for albums and music distributed through Kakao Entertainment, an SM subsidiary. SM Entertainment retaliated, asserting that EXO-CBX members were poached by INB 100's holding company co-founders, MC Mong and Chaga Won. In a lengthy press release issued 2 hours after INB 100's press conference, SM Entertainment stated, "What INB 100 argues is an unfair act on our side is different from the truth." They explained, "We never had the power to decide the distributor's fee rate. CBX did in fact ask that a clause regarding the distribution fee be put in the agreement. But we explained that it couldn't be included because we just don't have the power and took it out, which means that no such clause is included in the agreement." According to SM Entertainment, although CBX did not receive the 5.5% commission they desired, they were assisted in other ways. Baekhyun was allowed to release his solo album under INB 100 instead of SM Entertainment as initially planned. Additionally, SM Entertainment covered the cancellation fee for Baekhyun when he called off a concert in Japan, as per his request. CBX and INB 100 got a good deal with a different distributor that we hold major shares in and is smoothly distributing their music and album, SM Entertainment said. CBX never really suffered any damage. Subsequently, SM filed a civil lawsuit against Chen, Baekhyun, and Xiumin at the Seoul Eastern District Court, accusing them of evading the 10% royalty fee for the past 2 months, and stated CBX's nonsensical actions cannot be tolerated anymore. In response, EXO-CBX stated, "With SM Entertainment filing a lawsuit first, we will disclose everything, including last year's negotiation process." They announced plans to countersue SM Entertainment and report the matter to the Fair Trade Commission, aiming to challenge what they deemed as unfair treatment in SM Entertainment's exclusive contracts. As of the time of this report, the conflict remains unresolved, with tensions escalating and both sides threatening to reveal damaging information about each other. Now, the final question remains: who's the problem? Now join me on a journey beyond the glamorous facade of K-pop to uncover what truly happens in the industry. Explore the untold stories behind your favorite idols, from their rigorous training to the sacrifices made for perfection. Don't miss this eye-opening exploration and hit that subscribe button for more exclusive insights weekly.